Hey everybody, happy Friday morning. It is another beautiful one, although we are looking into more volatile weather coming up over the weekend. I'm sure if you read the national news, there's an article I read this morning with the FEMA map of weather, urgent or volatile weather situations across the United States, an unusually large number of them. And here, although it doesn't look like the amount of rain is expected may not be so high, but because our ground is so saturated and because the wind gusts may be serious, that can cause some significant problems. I just last week or the week before walked through Cornwall with First Selectman Gordon Ridgway, looking at a landslide there that wasn't an area that they were particularly worried about, but because the land is so saturated that a tree was uprooted and pulled a lot of the bank with it. So we're going to have to be on the alert for a lot of that. And I know that utilities are sending out lots of emails, I'm sure, concern about trees and tree branches and things like that. So please take care. Hope you can lay low this weekend. It is, as I've said before, it feels like January started up with a bang, and there's lots going on both in Hartford and a lot going on around here. The Region 1 referendum passed by a pretty overwhelming margin with 74% of voters supporting it, which had to do with capital improvements to the high school. And yesterday, I was in Cornwall at Mohawk ski area. It was nice to be there. I realized I'm going to have to come up with a reason to head out there and go skiing, and as part of my job. But that four-generation family-owned ski resort was the site of a press conference with Governor Lamont to announce a new initiative on outdoor recreation at the state parks, particularly working on opening an office to focus on outdoor recreation and working on an RFI, or request for information, with private organizations, private companies, to try to figure out relationships, how that we can provide more, get more people outside, provide more options for people at our state parks. Because we out here in the Northwest corner, as I pointed out at the press conference, our economy has a lot to do with the outdoors. People come here because of our incredible natural beauty. And whether you run a business that is directly related to outdoor recreation, like Mohawk or canoe rental or what have you, or you run a business that caters to people who come to here for that, we have outdoor recreation is economic activity in the Northwest corner. So I'm really excited about this initiative, which should also create sort of a virtuous cycle of, creating more. The more people spend time outdoors, in doing recreational activities outdoors, the more they become environmental advocates, I think, because they realize the importance of preserving this space. And I know whenever I announce, or put in my newsletter or here, preservation of land, which I am very supportive of. I always get a lot of very good questions about, well, what will it be open to the public for some forms of recreation? And I do think that that's important. We have to make sure that people have access to the outdoors, which is, a tradition here, but also I think important for people throughout the state of Connecticut. So I'm very excited about that initiative, and glad to have the governor and the commissioner of Department of Energy and Environmental Protection out here with her staff. Seeing it also gave us a chance to lobby them on a number of local initiatives. So never miss those opportunities. Today I have another day. I'm going to go to Cornwall Consolidated and talk to some students around midday today, which I'm very excited about. And then later on, I'm going to meet with some local dairy farmers, leaders in dairy farming, to talk about potential tax relief that we might be able to work on this year. And on my way to and from Cornwall yesterday, I stopped at the brand new Cornwall Market, which just reopened. So if you're heading that direction on Route 7, stop by. And I picked up a delicious pastry and a coffee, and I highly recommend it. For you highly tuned observers, you may notice I have a bandage on my face. I debated whether I was going to mention it, but a friend said, it's a public service to mention that. So with my Irish skin, I go to see and a history of melanoma now. I go to see my dermatologist a couple times a year, and had to have something removed the other day. And so I guess this is just a little reminder to not ignore those appointments. Catching stuff early can save you, all kinds of ways. So don't ignore your own health with those little checkup visits that sometimes seem to get in the way of living life. So I hope you have a great weekend and see you soon.